let's flip a coin. Head Carolina, tails California.
Okay, it's Andy Graham, the Ask Andy Show. I'm in Orland, Indiana, world traveler in my home city after a long time. Okay, let's see. Dan W. ask, I have been looking to travel Europe for 6 months at a time by going on a repositioning cruise. These leave the Caribbean in the spring and return in the fall. My question is, are affordable rooms available in Europe? You had a video of a $300 a month room available in Sosua last year. If you did one in Europe, what would be comparable, available price? Of course, this depends on the country, but any experience in particulars that you would have would be useful. I had an idea of showing up, staying in a hostel for a while, and looking for a cheap room for 1 to 3 months while there. Is that viable? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to do this in Bulgaria, and I actually lived 1 month in Barcelona, Spain, and the room was one easy way to look for a room that's more easily available is this was a room where a lot of students that were studying Spanish were staying. Not that Barcelona is a good place to study. You know, just because they're for rooms or people that are studying Spanish doesn't mean that you have to be studying Spanish. But it was a €300 a night, €300 room. If you was in England in King's Court, there's a place, Kangaroo Court is where all the Aussies hang out. It's on the, and it's called King's Crossing, I guess, for they call it the tube. There's signs. So there's signs where people, you can go get on the bulletin boards over there, and you can find signs where you can actually live with 3 or 4 people for a month. I'm going to Bulgaria right now, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to find a room for a month, and then I hope to go to, all the adjoining countries there in southeastern Europe. I am getting the Lonely Planet. I bought the Lonely Planet because the Lonely Planet is the only clear way to get a map and a clear, concise picture of the Lonely Planet guidebook of the area, and find me a hostel. But the hostels can be quite expensive, and I've actually found that in some of the countries, like in southeastern Europe, I wouldn't be surprised if the hostels cost more than hotels, because the backpackers all go to the hostels and they don't even check out the price of the hotels. I was in Estonia, and I went outside of Estonia, I think it's Tallinn, and I was out in the countryside, and I found a hotel for €6, and so it's possible. The 6 times 30 is 180, so I could have easily stayed in Estonia. According to the country, and obviously France is a little more difficult, but there's I just got on a website the other day. I tried to get a room in France. I could have got a room in France for €400 near just south. It's near Lille, France, and I was looking for it. And I had there's rooms on this Bed y Casa. It's bedycasa.com, and they rent you a room in a house by the month, and you can it's kind of like B&B, I guess, but you can rent a room by the month, and say Wi-Fi and stuff. But a lot of people doing, according to your age and how energetic you are, they get on couch surfing also, and one thing you don't realize about a couch surfing is a lot of people are trying to rent their rooms. Okay, they don't really want you to get a night's free. What they'll do is they'll give you 1 night free and then rent your room. So you might chat them up on couchsurfing, couchsurfing.org, and then say to them that you're looking for a room. I just did that on couchsurfing. I put a thing in Bulgaria. I'm 2 months ahead of schedule, right? And that's the problem about getting a $10 room in Europe. You got to really work hard for it. Well, 200 countries on the planet, I can just roam around and just get off the bus. But I put a thing on Couchsurfing, say, oh, I'm going to rent, want a room for 3 or 4 nights, and then I will, in this time, I'll look for a room to rent by the month. And this person, being that they live there, might interview me, look at me, and then they might find friends. Oh, I'll tell you another way you can do it, which is, I had a real good friend from Portugal. He was a real good guy. He's a chef. He was in Riga, Latvia. And he would walk into a bar and say, I need a room. I'm a good guy. And just every bar he'd walk into, he'd say, and somebody say, I'll pay $300 a month. No, what you got to do is stop being chicken shit and say what the price you want. If you want it $300, $400 a month, $150, whatever you want for that room, you say it, and somebody will say, wow, I could have a $200. You can buy a camera now if you get 300 euros, right? And you can tell them, make it even a visual. Anybody want to buy a free camera? Let me sleep in your room for a month and I'll give you 3 euros and you can buy that camera. You got an extra room, let me live there. There's tons of ways, and that's what I'm going to do right now on about August 21st. I'm going to leave for Europe, and I'm arranging for rooms, and I hope this Burgas, Bulgaria is on the beach, the Black Sea, and then I hope to go over to Moldova, and then Romania, or one of these countries. I don't know which country I'll do. Truthfully, what I'm going to do is I'll probably figure out whichever one gives me the cheapest low-cost carrier flight, and I'll go to that country. It's really wonderful that I can go to any country regardless of the thing. It's just because I can choose a country just because the airplane ticket's cheap. And that's what I do a lot. You don't realize how often I just go to a place because the ticket was cheap. But Bulgaria, right now I'm doing, I'm scouring out that area for different places, and one thing, when this cruise drops you off, it's always possible, okay? But seasonal, and Europe's tough, but yes. And again, don't forget those language schools. Any kind of school there that has, students, they tend to give rooms in houses and rent them out like a boarding house. I had internet in the room. There's a girl and a guy. He was actually in like Sweden, Big Brother, in my place in Barcelona. It was nice. It was really nice, and it was a good way to do it. And this is really my only way almost I'll go to Europe is if I stay in one place for a month, because other than that, it's just too much. I would need to write somebody like me asking them questions on how to do stuff. But given that I only have to get one spot, then I can use a wagon wheel thing. If I want to go around, I can go wagon wheel from this place, and I could do day trips, and if I wanted to, and then I will meet people on the ground while I'm there that will tell me how to live in the next country. Okay, thank you. Good question. Difficult question, though. I mean, it's the art of travel.
We can